What is up, money friends? Wanted to jump on the YouTube machine because we have a 100% proof that they are scamming, and wanted to, I know I did a video earlier at 10 a.m. this morning that I kind of just put together, but I figured I'd jump on the live machine to kind of show you guys what undeniable proof. And I think that many of you should bring this up in the AMAs. You should bring this up in the Telegram. You should bring this up in the Discord. Do as much as you can to bring light to how this team is scamming so many people without actually anyone knowing. And I was the one that called it, and now we have proof, even more proof, that they have been scamming. So without further ado, let's get into the juicy details. If you guys have any questions, drop them down below. I'm going to jump on my YouTube so I can see the chat. And if you guys have any questions, I will be around. But let me just go to my channel. And we are good. So 100% proof. And I'll show you guys this live, that this is what they're doing to scam. So you guys have full transparency of what they're doing. And so you can protect yourself from and just drain as much liquidity as possible. So let's get into the details. So let me go to stories and go to my latest post right here, 4 hours ago, and 100% proof that they are scamming. So Arkfi wasn't a scam. Let me show you proof. We all know, and they're very transparent about the buy and sell, the tax. So that is a important factor how I figured out that this was a total scam. And so if you look at this, we know that 13% goes to these buckets, essentially. The upline, the vault, the liquidity controller, the ARK treasury, and NFT legacy rewards. And we do know that all of them have contracts. It says the contract name, and they have it listed. They're totally transparent, right? So let's get into the actual scam itself. So we all know that the ILC was the Intelligent Liquidity Controller. And as you can see here, it says that the ILC is to maintain a dynamic price range when the price of the token goes up or down. And it says right here, it will greatly reduce the volatility, which is true. It definitely did. But it also says that the ILC does not create a peg or a fixed price, and the price will go up or down over time based on market conditions. And the first, 5 months, it definitely had market conditions pointing to go up, and it didn't. It laid flat. And we can see this right here. For 7 months, it just laid flat, didn't do anything until the ILC was protecting the investors because of the market conditions. But that's not true. That's actually a lie, because we can see right here that between these periods that the volume has been going up quite a bit. And based on what they described as the Intelligent Liquidity Controller, the price should have slightly gone up, but that's not what happened. It literally stayed flat. And the reason being is it was manipulated to do so. And every time there was an increase in volume, it would go over the price target, and there would be a sell order instantly followed by a buy order. So as you can see here, when it would get to like 572, they would do a sell order and sell the tokens. And as you can see here, we have a profit of $20. And so everything equal, we should be able to essentially take that money and it should be going into the treasury. But Brandon, that is the ILC. It's working as intended. And Special Unicorn, I totally appreciate you chiming in, but you are one of the smooth brains that just listen to everything that the devs say. And so let's take a closer look on the taxes and these wallets that are part of these ILCs. There is literally thousands of transactions with no taxes. And you might be saying, okay, Brandon, that's fine. The ILC does not have any taxes because it's farming it's keeping it stable. So it shouldn't inquire taxes. It should be on a whitelist. Great. I totally understand that. And you're right. The ILC should not be taxed, because then it would ultimately lose money all the time, because 13 on a buy order and 13% on a sell order. So essentially 26% losses all the time. But these aren't matching up. They're not matching up with taxes at all, which is fine if it was the ILC. So let's look at some of these wallets, right? If this is the ILC, then maybe we should take a closer look at some of these wallets. Well, this wallet is just sitting here with $1,000. This one, 1,000 and 5,000. This one, 200. This one, 300. And I found other wallets, and I don't know where they went now, because I did a live yesterday, and you can watch that video live. But I saw one with 97,000 just sitting that they've skimmed from all of you. And if they're such an ILC, why do they have Furo or pegged USDC? Why does this one have Hello and Battle Infinity and BR34P? Is it because maybe they are personal wallets that are part of the inner circle, where they're using a front runner bot to siphon the profits, so that when the price goes up, it squashes it and makes profits, artificially keeping the price down. And when there's not enough, when it was going up, it was essentially being forced down and being liquidated on the arbitrage on the buy and the sell. And then when there was too many sell orders and it wasn't profitable because the reserves were being liquidated, they decided to pull the plug. And so we can see that these double transactions are literally all the time. They are a buy sell at the same amount of time, exactly the same amount of time. And you can look through all of these different transactions, but what I really love, and I don't even say really love, but as soon as the project didn't have enough buy orders and enough money to skim off the top because of the Ponzi, essentially the Ponzi was over, these wallets are still pulling money, but instead of pulling money how you would think they would be doing through the ILC, they're literally taking thousands of dollars and then buying the NFT, and then which then goes back to the actual team itself. So they're not really do anything, and they're probably causing fake FOMO to show like people are still buying the NFT, get in while you can, because we're going on a long ride, which is a bunch of bullshit. And so you can see right when they shut off the ILC that there were still transactions going through. If you notice that with the ILC, it would have a buy and a sell order at exactly the same second. And you can see this all through the blockchain. And it's very easy to spot. But these last two, for 463 and 207 ARK, those are over the cap. And the cap is only 200. So why did those go through if it was essentially a ILC? Because that's that's suspicious. That's a couple grand that they stole. But let's continue because there's more to be uncovered here. So you can see that within seconds, there's a front runner bot that essentially just does a buy and a sell order, makes a difference in money, and then that's it. So like here you can see that they kind of broke even, but they got more ARK and less. They made one more ARK than essentially the price. So with that, they weren't charged any taxes. They accumulated some ARK, and as you can see, they're skimming off the top. If it's either in BUSD or more ARK, it just really depends. And so what's going to happen is when they pulled the wallet, they essentially locked out smaller wallets, so they're not profitable anymore, allowing the bigger wallets, the people on the team, to continuously liquidate while people with smaller wallets have their hands tied. Because if you look at how the claiming works, the reward timer, after you hit 24 hours, you're not gaining any more rewards. And so if you're not gaining any more rewards, then you can't, it's going to cost you more than to claim than it is to actually compound. And if you are compounding at a loss, people don't want to continuously ride that loss. And that's what people would do with some of these other tokens is, sure, they might not be able to claim in 24 hours, but maybe in a week they could claim and make some money back. But with a 24-hour timer, it essentially locks you out when you have a smaller wallet. And I'll give you an example with my wallet. I was making, I think, $22 a day in total without any taxes or anything. And so if with its 50% drop already, I'm now making $10. And with that, I'm going to be charged a 13% tax to sell, which leaves me $4.60, subtract $1 for gas, leaving me with $3.60 a day. It's still profitable, barely, because obviously it's like very little money. Like this is broke. And if the price continues to drop, say from 260, which it's at close to now, to $2, which is going to happen, then it would essentially lock out my gains. But let's just, here's the example, leaving me $2, and you can see where I'm going with this. So anyone with, say, for instance, a 50 ARK wallet, when they got in and they spent the, $250 to join in, they're essentially locked out because they have 50 ARK, which is now worth $130 at 2% with a 50% compound withdrawal. You're now looking at $1.10 minus gas, and that leaves you with 10 cents. And with a swap, with swapping from BUSD to say BNB, then you're now at a loss because the 10 cents that you have is going to cost you more to swap to another token than what you actually have. And so it's not, with this, it pretty much causes you to be locked out of your wallet unless you are a cult member who believes that it's going to keep going and this Ponzi's actually going to be profitable down the road, and it's not. And so as the price continues to drop, more smaller wallets will be eaten up by how the reward 24-hour system works. And not only that, but it's only really giving the liquidity to the whales and the people with whitelisted wallets. And so if you want to say FUD, you're more than welcome to, but all you're doing is just telling me that you're a smooth-brained NPC who doesn't think for themselves, or a scammer who just doesn't care about other people. And so I challenge any dev to show me the MVP of the VPN in an environment using a privacy token on a testnet to show utility, but they won't, which is supposed to be done this quarter, by the way, as you can see right here. So I challenge anyone to challenge my claims. Show me, drop your Medium article down below that shows me that token is actually is not being skimmed off the top. I know that external crypto optimist said that Treasury views all those wallets and combines them and puts them as display and all this other bullshit, and he's a fucking liar too. And so you have to think that all these people that are in part of the advisory team or part of the scam are just trying to, they probably got effed by Firo and Drip and all the other shitty dApps that are 2% daily, and now they feel that it's their turn to scam other people, and it's only the play of the game, or it's only part of the game. And I feel that that's why I'm fine with flooding my own bags. I'm fine with protecting people who don't have the time to do as much research and aren't just looking to scam their friend or scam the next person. So I feel bad for all of the people that just got locked out, essentially, because of just shitty, bad actors within the crypto space. There is a lot of shitty people. To be honest, I just really am sad that I can ask someone point blank and they'll lie, like external crypto optimist who has 12 wallets deep and is literally just collecting fees and dumping on all of you, even though he says he believes in a long-term vision within the project. And he's part of the scam too. And so again, do not believe all of these team members that are in the project. And so we can literally go through here, and all you have to do, and I'll show you live proof of this, change it to 150 to 100 minimum to 150 maximum, and look for double transactions. There's a lot of them. So, and I mean, there's them on the 200 mark, a lot of them, they're all over. And all you have to do is just see that there's a double transaction here. You can open them up. Double transaction here, open them up. If this is the part of the ISC or ILC, why are they holding the tokens and not being sent to the treasury or the vault or anything like that? And if that's the case, then why aren't, there's 1,000 here plus 2 BNB, 3,000 here, 170, and it's not like it's a new wallet that is going to be there to be set up. I mean, look at it. There's Sidekick Toke, there's BR34P, there's Irene Green, there's BSC USD. So it's not like these are wallets that are created for the ILC. These are personal wallets that have been in other projects, and now they're in a whitelist, essentially, where they get tax-free crypto, and they don't have to play the same rules that all the holders have to play. And they're able to take advantage of other things. I mean, this one right here, this is one of them, and this one just dipped into the faucet. And so if it's part of the ILC, why is it dipping into the faucet for drip? And you can just see that these people are just scammers. They are stealing your money. They are stealing the liquidity right under your nose, and it's pathetic. And I feel bad for all the people that have fallen for this. And so if you go and actually look at some of my stories, there are plenty of proof that shows that they're straight up scamming you. I mean, you can see that the privacy token and locked up for 15 months is ultimately going to steal your profits. As you can see, this is just like Animal Farm. And, how they stole 300K from the Pancake Swap LP, and for the pre-seed contracts, which is a total lie, because if it's paired with LP from ARK and BUSD, then why wouldn't they just take the vault? Why wouldn't they just keep the LP in there, take from the vault, pair it with their dark ARK net, and then have the pair that they were talking about to precede the contract? Is it because they stole the money? Maybe they stole the LP and the ARK tokens and BUSD, kept the BUSD so that they can put the ARK tokens there, leaving just BUSD? I think so, because there's nothing coming from this. And I said, they're not creating two pools, because typically the way they said is ARK and ARKnet. But why are they touching BUSD? I call it bullshit, and I hope you guys open up your eyes to this shit, because it's fascinating. So, I mean, do your own research. I've done plenty. As you can see, I mean, I called it like from day one. Literally the day before, actually 2 days before, that you guys should be careful. And now it's down 50%. So I hope you guys subscribe to the channel, like this, so other people can be warned of such scammy behavior. And that's about it. So until next time, I appreciate all of you. Know that you matter. And even if you are unhappy that I am exposing the Arkfi scam that it is, well, that's okay, because I'm a good person and you are not. And you would prefer to steal from other people. And it just shows how your character and how flawed it is. And so, as someone who says that they're trying to, not me, I mean, I do believe in this, but as some of these people in the group who are saying that they're trying to rise up and help others, it's very funny to see them do the complete opposite as they steal from